We are back under the map today, helping out our fellow Guardians with their public event. I mean, we're just fulfilling our blueberry obligations today. Once a blueberry, always a blueberry. Let's just help out our boys. And so anyway, today, Guardians, we are on Sorik's Cut in Destiny 2, and we are getting outside of the map. And as always, we're getting, pretty much outside of everything, outside of that, outside of this, outside under all of this ground, and outside of that thing too, that weird big structure in the background there. And through all of that, all we need to do is one simple hole right next to there, right on top of the mountain, just right over there. We'll just head over to it, and I'll just show you guys how easy this glitch is. And you'll probably smack your head and you'll be like, oh my god, how did I not find that before? It's so easy, because Bungie just forgets a barrier. That's all it is. And so it's just right up there. We're going to use a couple handicaps to get there, and well, use the handicaps if you want to. I don't know if you want to. Maybe you're no handicap kind of guy. Maybe you don't need these extra ledges to help you out. Ooh, Jesus, almost got my head chopped off. But if you do need these ledges to help you out, well, surely follow them. What you want to do is you want to jump from here to right about here, and just make sure you land on the side of this wall here. And we're just going to continue along till we get on top of that mountain here. Now it's right above us, and as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, Bungie has forgotten their barriers, and unfortunately that lets us get, actually very fortunately, that lets us get right outside of the map. And so you guys can head down here to more to the left if you really want to go check out some of that, but all you need to do is just pop right down this hole, and it's kind of fake, and fall to the bottom. Make sure you get something to land on, alright? Because you will fall to your death. There is just nothing but death barrier if you fall all the way down. But we can land right here on the very bottom, and I actually forgot to land on like a big rock all the way up at the top there. There's a big rock we could have landed on, but unfortunately we took the big fall. We fell all the way to the bottom, and so this next part actually is going to be it's going to be hard for warlocks and hunters and titans. I mean, it's hard for pretty much everyone, but for warlocks the most, because warlock jump just goes straight down. And what we're going to need to do, hopefully before I fall off of this thing, is we're going to need to go and jump on the top of this wall that's pretty much outside, like it's protecting this entire area. And so what you want to do as a warlock, as a hunter, as a titan, you just want to take out whatever things you have and just go towards the back of this wall here. And then you can see why it is so hard. We are just jumping to the middle of nowhere in midair, and we are just guessing our position. We're just guessing how to actually land here. And you can imagine how hard this was for me when I was originally doing this on a hunter. This was this was almost impossible, but we managed to do it. We can do it on a titan rather easily. Don't know about you warlocks, but you warlocks will find a way to pull that off. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it as a warlock. Just make sure to make some use of a sparrow or some use of a chump somehow, and you will definitely make it up here. Now, from down here at the bottom of the map, we're finally pretty much outside of the map. Now we're outside of Sorik's Cut. There's one big thing down here that Bungie put, and that is this big gray box below us. And whoa, there's a guardian over there. There's just a big weird gray box down below us that Bungie has just made in like the centerpiece of their entire area. Down here we have some caves actually down here that you probably recognize. This is actually the central cave system that is just filled with like 2 Cabal dudes, and that's literally it. But Bungie has put it on a pedestal down here. They've put a big gray box here, and there's just a ton of stuff you guys can look out for. There is, some rooms up there. I remember there's just some sealed off rooms. That is just all fake. That is just solid wall. There's also a lost sector right here. We've gotten outside of this lost sector in another video of mine, link in the description below. But basically, the load zone for that lost sector is very, very hard to hit. And so, of course, I recommend you go watch the video, but if you do want to go find the load zone for that yourself, well, you're more than welcome to. Good luck finding it. And anyway, from the rest of this outside of the map glitch, we can also see how to get actually into different areas. From over here, we can look and see, we can see over there, that's the Pike Rider mission over there. That's the whole load zone for whatever that Pike Rider mission was called, where where you're driving all the drag ships and you're able to go and just ride your pike around. Above us, we have another load zone, so there's 2 load zones on that side, along with the lost sector over there, and there's another load zone actually right over here in front of us. But there's also a ton of the underneath the map that we can actually just explore. There's a ton of these rocks out here that we can just get on and have fun with. I mean, there's a bunch of cool stuff around this area. Stuff you just never pay attention to before. Have you ever even noticed these rusted plates in the ground before we saw them from underneath the map? Have you ever noticed AFK players being AFK? Come on, play some Destiny. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff you just don't notice before that you notice from underneath the map, and that's just super cool. It looks like Bungie has actually cut out a lot of their stuff. As you can see, we're underneath this house over here, but it looks like Bungie, right underneath it, well, there's just a big cutout area. It's like we have our own basement down here. It looks like Bungie has come through and just cut out a basement for literally every single area they wanted to build. We had these little pathways underneath the paths. We have these pathways underneath the houses. Bungie has just cut out just sections for you to walk through if you want to. I'm sure that was never intended, but we're doing it anyway. And from outside of the map, there's also some more stuff we can see. There's a way to get over here as a hunter or warlock, just more handicaps involved. I'm gonna do the easy way as a Titan. I'm just gonna fly straight over. But over here we have another load zone that goes somewhere else on the Tangled Shore. There's just so many load zones in this one area, I've just realized. And there's a weird little dock thing hanging off. I mean, tons of kill barrier over here. If you want to look around here, there's also a ton of holes over here as well. So maybe you want to just try to get back inside of the map, go check out that area. And since there is a public event going on, I kind of want to go help out our boys over there. Let's go help them out with their public event. I also kind of want to see the bottom side of a cryopod. I've never seen, and you've probably never seen either, just being honest, the bottom side of a cryopod. And so let's just go check it out. Let's see what it looks like in Destiny 2. And this is what it is. We've got the cryopod from outside of the map, and it just looks like your normal thing. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before, but I'm not sure where. But it just looks completely normal. We can see our bad guy popping up there. He's unfrozen himself. We gotta beat him. We gotta join this public event. Hopefully we can join. I don't know how to trigger our joining from underneath the map, but hopefully we can get up there and we can join that public event. Maybe if we get close enough somehow. As you can see, I'm stuck under some kind of weird barrier actually above me. Not the ground, it's just some weird barrier about a foot below the ground. It's some water surface. And so unfortunately that's keeping us back, I think, from triggering the public event, or triggering at least joining the public event, because it's not letting us join it. And so hopefully we can get a little bit closer to trigger us joining. But I mean, let's see. It looks like whatever barrier that we were hitting against, or that we're colliding against, it's just pushing us back. It's keeping us in a very solid place from getting back. And we've somehow just joined the public event. We just that was pretty easy. I have no idea how we joined it. Saw the public event thing going in. I guess we just somehow joined it. We were getting some of the rewards. Now you saw the thing pop up on the left side. I have no idea how we are even inside of it, but the game just included us inside of this one, and so that's awesome. It looks like we're still stuck outside of whatever this 3D box is, though. You can see I've walked all the way around it. It is basically just a box, I think, of water keeping us out, and it looks like our friends have frozen the guy. Well, no worries. We will be able to capture him and help out our friends from underneath the map as well. We will capture this enemy from underneath the map. This is basically the best way to do it. There's no enemies down here. We are free to just keep capturing it no matter how bad and dicey things get on the surface. This is basically a guaranteed public event win because we are underside of the map. And so that's awesome. We are basically guaranteeing the win all from down here. And so I'm just going to go and speed up the video as I help out my fellow blueberries actually complete this public event. And so let me just do that. But there's also, I mean, I forgot to mention, but there's just a ton of stuff other than, you know, helping out with public events that you can do down here. Maybe you want to do your own thing. Maybe you want to try and get a public event chest. Maybe you just helped out your friends with the public event and you're like, hey, since I just, you know, basically carried you guys through that public event by holding the plate down the entire time, well, get me some of that loot chest. And unfortunately, you cannot. You're stuck underneath the ground, brother. There's no loot chest for you. I'm sorry. That was it. That was the whole glitch. That was getting out of Sorik's Cut. We helped our boys out with the public event. We helped you actually get outside of Sorik's Cut. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you Guardians in the next one. Thanks for watching.